Ang mga magkakapatid nagsimulang makilala at gumawa ng pangalan sa mga talent show sa Chicago. Silang 5 nagpursigi hanggang sa makapag-audition sila sa Motown Records, isang kumpanyang itinatag ni Berry Gordy.
For getting the whole Motown story started, president of the Motown Record Corporation, Mr. Berry Gordy.
I realized that Michael had something very, very special. When we auditioned them, he was like, whoa. I mean, they were all great, but he was very, very much the centerpiece.
He sang a couple James Brown songs, and he was doing some James Brown moves. We just took what James had to offer and added some Michael to it. Berry Gordy absolutely was blown away by the Jackson 5, like we all were. The focal point of them was Michael, because he was so young and so tiny and so talented. It was like looking at a little old man performing.
Para mas umingay ang pagpasok ng mga Jackson sa industriya, nakabuo si Berry Gordy ng isang ideya, ang ipagsabing si Diana Ross, isa sa pinakasikat na artists ng Motown Records, ang nakatuklas sa magkakapatid. 1969, ipinadala ni Berry Gordy ang Jackson 5 sa Los Angeles, kung saan sila napansin ang gusto ng publiko.
One day, we could go anywhere. We could go to a restaurant, we could go to stores to shop, and the next day, we couldn't go anywhere. I mean, it was really that fast. And I think that it took the greatest toll on Michael because he had the greatest responsibility and the greatest requirement to deliver. So when a show was over, the older boys would go off and play and softball games and all kinds of fun. Michael never had that sense of freedom to go and do and run and jump unless it was on some private property someplace. And you have to remember, when you're 9 years old, 10 years old, that's like very early to lose all sense of freedom.
Even then, he was an introvert. I remember coming off stage one day, and I came through this room that we had to go through to get to our dressing room, and it was kind of dark, you know. And Michael was just sitting on a bench over in the corner in the dark, just him. You know? I said, Michael. I said, why you just, you know, what's the matter? He said, oh, nothing. You know, he's always kind of been like that.
Sa murang edad, tila nagdaan lang ang kabataan ni Michael. Sa halip na laro, ang inatupag ng child star, musika. Ni-release ang unang solo album niya na Got to Be There. Pagkatapos tumulak ang Jackson 5 para sa isa na namang concert tour. Sa murang edad rin, si Michael Jackson, mabilis na naging teen idol.
We used to have little girls and things coming around, and boys visiting their fans. And at first I would let them in, and they would stay all day, and sometimes the girls would stay until after the buses were running anymore. And I wasn't going to let them stay all night, so I'd have to get out in my car and take them home. But after that got old with me, and I had to stop. I just didn't. And then we stopped letting them in. Then they would gather outside the gate.
1979, 1972, nirecord ni Michael ang title track mula sa pelikulang Ben at mabilis ang pagresponde ng bayan. Naging first solo chart topper ang awiting Ben. Dito rin napatunayan na di man pangkaraniwan ang bida sa kanta dahil sa isang simpleng daga ito, may abilidad si Michael na kumalabit sa puso ng nakararami.
That's one of my favorite songs that Michael did, Ben. You know? I mean, he put his heart and soul in that because you know how he feels about animals, even though it was a rat. I mean, come on, you know? So it doesn't have to be that you have gone through all of those things to pull from the innermost feelings that you may have inside of you.
And unlike what you find, there's something you should know. Got a place to
The ability to convey emotion with your voice is what separates, the way I see it, good singers from great singers. Is that ability to make you just feel what they are singing. And that's what Michael was so good at.
Makalipas ang 8 taon, 14 na albums, nilisa ng Jackson 5 ang Motown Records. Ang dahilan, ang pagtanggi ng kumpanya na mapakinggan ang mga ideya ng magkakapatid tungkol sa takbo ng kanilang karera, maliban kay Jermaine na hindi umalis sa Motown. 1976, lumipat ang magkakapatid sa Epic Records. Ang unang album nila sa Epic, nag-gold. Ngunit kasabay nito ang pagkalat naman ng balitang kakala si Michael sa grupo at magsusolo na.
One of the lawyers called me one day and told me to tell the other boys that they better start saving their money because Michael was going on his own. Michael was only 17 at the time. He hadn't graduated yet. And I told him no. I said, you can't do that. And he said, well, why? I said, because I know you said that Michael doesn't need his brothers. I said, but right now, they need him.
Kaya't si Michael, pinagpatuloy pa rin ang pagpe-perform kasama ang kanyang mga kapatid. Pero ang apoy ng ambisyon sa kanyang puso, mas lalo lamang tumindi. Itong apoy na ito, magdadala sa kanya sa estadong solo artist. Isang Michael Jackson na gagawa ng maituturing na pinaka-successful at pinakamalaking music video of all time.